I truly held my husband or saw him as the bar.
Unfortunately, we have a story that is very depressing and can also be very sensitive. When you make a decision and you are responsible for other people around you, whether it's your family or your friends, your wrong decision can not only affect you, but it will also affect the innocent people that you have around you. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like, share, and come back weekly.
I thought that he was my Prince Charming. I thought that he was my knight in shining armor, and he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man.
So, the name of this YouTuber is Isis, and she just got extremely viral. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons, because she exposed that the man that she is currently married to is a predator because of what he did to the daughters.
6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was daddy.
And this is not even to shame anybody, because the only person that should be shamed is the man. Now, even though Isis could have done so many things to avoid the predicament that she's in, because she lived with two men underneath 1 year. And even while she was with this man that she's currently exposing, he did things to her that are not consensual. And she thought that she could overlook it or she could bear through it. The only reason somebody will say this is if they have nowhere to go. Now, I'm glad that she has taken the big steps to leave his house, but unfortunately, it doesn't change the effect that this will have on the children. Not everybody is observant. Not everybody asks the right questions, because no matter how many times or how many years you spent with somebody, you can never really know a person until you live with them. Heck, there are couples, married couples, that live with each other and still do not know their spouse. Even when you live with somebody and you see the person's good and bad side, the beautiful and the nasty side, you still will never know anybody because you were not there or in that person's life before you met them.
Started noticing like certain things changed with him, and I just started to see a few things that I didn't like, but I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past. It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things.
And when you realize this, you realize that it is important to do as many background checks as you possibly can. She did not really do a good job in checking this man's background because she was focused on other things. And sometimes, even when you date somebody for a long period of time, there may be signs that some things are off. But because your focus is on things that are beneficial to you alone, things that are outside the characters and the personalities of a person, you would either avoid the red flags or be blind to them, or sometimes you will paint the red flags yourself as green. We all have two eyes, but our two eyes are not built to be looking at two different things. Our two eyes are built to focus on one thing at a time. It is not healthy for you to be looking at somebody but also be looking at his money and think that you'll be able to spot what you should spot before you move in with somebody. That's just not possible. If you're going to look at somebody's personality, look at the personality with both your eyes. Do not be looking at the personality and also be focusing on his finances or the looks, because you will miss things that you should see. And sometimes when you're done looking over the looks, it may be too late because some of those red flags may have already affected you and the people around you. Normally, whether it's man or woman, you let people treat you based on how you value yourself and your worth. And I do not care how many times you scream it out loud. If it doesn't come from a sense of self worth, those things really don't mean nothing. Because the people that know their value and know their worth tend to talk the least. But when they speak with the utmost confidence. And they don't speak very loud. They're quiet, but they're sure of who they are. And I know the world is a messed up place. Trust me, I do know. Because the percentage of good people in this world are very few. And when I say good people, I mean genuine good people. They're very few. So it even stresses upon the point that we cannot afford to be distracted by things that don't really help us. Because when the chips are down, money will not help you. You need somebody to pay the bills. You need to pay the bills. And if you're not happy or if you're not alive, you can't pay it. So it all comes down to the foundation of who a person is, his background, and where he or she may come from. And I do like that she has brought this to light, but also, again, there's a limit to what social media can really do. It has brought awareness to people, but I also feel like social media is a place where people go to whatever makes them feel better. And as for people that are using this as a way to show hatred because they think the woman is not smart, they think the woman is not bright, it really shows that them two, they have issues in their relationship. Because when somebody has pain in their heart, that's all they can give. So let's not even be fooled by people that talk a lot of mess or a lot of bad things about people that choose to expose the bad deeds of other people. Because you have your issues that you're going through as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.